Hey, welcome to your Aquarius horoscopes for the week of Christmas, starting Christmas Eve, the 24th, ending on the 30th, just before New Year's Eve. And we have no planets, nothing in Aquarius. Of course, we do have Pluto 29 degrees Capricorn, which is pretty much on the cusp. So we will be feeling the effects of what's going on there. And there's a couple of things actually, is Pluto is in a couple of different good and bad. We'll say we're going to start with a little bit of a difficulty between Pluto and Jupiter. And then yeah, and between Pluto and Jupiter, a little bit of a square there between Pluto and Jupiter. Pluto's focus is right on the cusp of career and those that support you in that career. And Jupiter is all about self. And this is actually a very interesting way to end the year, really. At least for me, it is being an Aquarius myself. One of the things that I have struggled with so much this year is that support system around my career goals, whether it's because I'm a woman and a lot of times we women feel like we are not taken seriously or really given the support that we feel is due, at least for what we put out there to everybody else. Whether it's because, there's a multitude of different reasons, but I have so struggled with that, feeling supported in my goals in my business. And, that really does get in the way of my success an awful lot. And so the challenge here is to put that into the correct perspective here. Am I not successful because the people that I think should be supporting me are not being supportive? Or am I not successful because I'm allowing that to get in my way instead of just reworking where I need the support so that I don't need the support, if that makes any sense at all? Or just, maybe hiring somebody and paying them to just be there, right? There's always a way around it. And I really feel, and one of the things that I learned this year a lot specifically is that anything can be an excuse. And we humans are wired to come up with one excuse after another, anything to talk us out of moving forward. So that support thing has really been a big thing for me actually all year long. And it's really been a really big distraction from what I need to be focusing on for my own success. So this is why, for me, anyways, that it's a very interesting way for us to end the year, because talking about goal planning, which I've been talking about a lot, being that it's the very end of the year, it's the last week of the year, this is the time that we want to really be focused on what our goals are for 2024. And it's not just about what we are creating for 2024. It also has a whole lot to do with what we are going to leave behind in 2023. And that getting tripped up on the people that are supposed to support you is definitely the top of my list of leaving that in 2023, because it has tripped me up for the last time. Fingers crossed, anyways, right? That challenge aside, Pluto is also in a grand sextile with Neptune as well as Venus towards the end of the week. Neptune's focus is on inner trauma, wondering where that excuse mentality comes from. Well, that's where it comes from. It comes from the fear that we will relive any of those traumatic moments that didn't work out very well before. And then we have Venus focused on money. Now, I was just talking, I think it was in Scorpio, about inner child mentality around money. And it does really, really, really does exist on multiple different levels. So we're really looking at eliminating those old thought processes in order to create space for new abilities to manifest the money that we need, if that makes sense. So it's a prime opportunity for us to start off the year not having the same financial hangups that we have been having, which is really cool when you think about it. And the economy and everything else that's going on around us, those things do play into um your success and your ability to do it, but really they're excuses. I mean, when it comes down to it, people will continue to spend money responsibly, irresponsibly, however you want to put it. That part is going to continue. So even looking at the economy and what's going on around you is not necessarily doesn't hold the same amount of weight as we give it, if that makes sense. Now, outside of Pluto's influence, focus is on those that support you this week, which is really interesting, especially if you are having issues with that support system, which I think that most Aquarians do, to be honest with you. We are lone rangers. We like to be lone rangers. We are independent individuals. And I think that for most Aquarians don't rely on other people because they've been let down one too many times. And it's just easier to do it yourself, right? So I feel like this week really is about putting that support in its place where it belongs. The thing is that when I look back on so many different instances, I did have support. And so when I'm sitting here going, I never get any support, I'm not really telling the truth to myself. I'm only looking at instances where I was not supported and ignoring all of the other plethora of times where I was supported. Now, that's me. You know, you guys could be different, but I also kind of look at it as we choose how we want to feel in the moment, depending on how we feel in the moment. They say that Aquarians are not emotional. That's not true. We are actually very emotional people. We just don't show it very well, or we don't like to show it in public or to other people. But we are very emotional people. And it's accepting that we are emotional people and working through those triggers and working through those instances and putting those mindsets, basically restructuring our mindset to not necessarily have to rely on that support, but just to put the support in its proper place. It's there when it's needed, but when we can't find it, it's because we got to rely on number one every single time. And that means it's just not what we want to hear in the moment, basically. That's kind of where that comes from. So it really is, to me, this week is really about making sure that your goals are set for 2024, of course. Oh, pardon me, maybe taking a bit of a nap in the middle of the holiday party mania. Actually, over here we got a lot of events for New Year's Eve, so some pre-New Year's Eve weekend naps are probably definitely going to happen. And making sure that if you can't rely on a support system, that you put the proper things in place to make sure that you are supported in whatever it is that you need support on. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do consider sending a tip or donation through my coffee link there in the description of the video. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate all the support. You guys are amazing, and I am so very grateful. Also, for one more week, there's another link in the description, and that is for my booking page on my website, along with a promo code to get a 25% off discount on an hour reading. You can use that to connect with spirit. You can use that to take a look, see at what's in store for you for 2024. You can use that hour for just about anything you want, and it's super easy. It takes less than 4 minutes to book that time, and the promo code makes it easy peasy too. That's it. I'm Melissa Bruce, the Heavy Metal Sidekick. I will see you guys next week. And in the meantime, you guys, oh my God, we are awesome. You guys are awesome. I'm awesome. Aquarians, we rule. I'll see you guys next week. I know you'll make it a great week.